How many times in Excel have you created multiple sheets and then you hide some of those sheets by pressing on the control button, and then you click on the sheets, you right click and you say hide. And then you want to unhide the sheet and you go through a very painful process of right clicking here, unhide. Then each of the sheets you have to unhide manually because you cannot select multiple sheets. So you unhide the first one, then you unhide the second one, and then so on. And this is very painful. So now I'm going to teach you 3 ways to unhide all your sheets in one go. So let's do it. The first one is to create a view. So before you hide any sheet, you go to view and then you have this called custom views. So you click on this, you create one, you say add, I'm going to say all sheets. Then you say OK. Then if you go and hide your sheets, you want to unhide them, it's very simple. You go to custom view and you say show, and as you can see, everything is not hidden anymore. And you can do this for the sheets that you want to unhide. So before you hide them, you can do this methodology. The problem with this methodology is that if you use the table, so insert Excel table, then this will be grayed out and then you cannot use it anymore. So if I create a table here, I want to go to view, I cannot use custom views anymore. So this is one methodology. The second methodology is to use a little bit of VBA. And again, it's just one line. You can put it, you can play with it, and it's gonna work. So let's hide those 3 sheets. We do hide. Then we go right click, we go to view code, and then here we're gonna write something in this immediate window. Now if you don't have the immediate window, you can do view immediate window and you can write here. And you're gonna do for each sh for sheet in worksheets. What do you want to do? You put the sum in column, you say sh.visible is equal to true, then you do this again semicolon and you say next sh. Here the trick is you cannot go to the line. If you go to the line, it's going to execute this. So you have to write everything in one line. Basically what it's saying, for each sheet in your worksheets, just make it visible and then go to the next one and make it visible and so on. So if I press enter, as you can see, my 3 sheets are back, right? Now, in case you want to use this frequently, what you can do is just copy paste it in a notepad, and then every time you need it, you can just paste it here in the immediate window and then execute it, and the trick is done. Now, if you want to do even one step further, we can use VBA in a more traditional way if you want, by writing a macro. So let's do this, and I'm going to show you. So basically, again, if I just hide this, I go to right click, I go view code. As you can see, I have only my project. If I want to use this for all my Excel sheet and make it as a utility, I need to put it into something called personal. So how do I get this personal here? Well, basically you go on your sheet, you click on this, which is to record a macro. You say, okay, macro 1, and then you do anything. So for example, I come here and I write 1. Then I click here down to stop my macro. Once I right click and do view code, I can see here now this personal thing that comes up. Now you do module, and then in module 1 you can see my macro. So I don't want this macro. I'm going to remove it. It was just to open this module 1. We're going to do sub unhide sheets. Okay. And in this sub, we're going to copy paste this. And we're gonna do dim sh as worksheet, because in VBA you need to give it as a variable. So now you have this, you have the same line of code we had. Okay, now if you want to execute this, you can either put a button. So for example, to put a button, you do insert, illustration, shapes, and then you do this. You can put the button here, and then you right click, assign macro, and you assign this macro by double clicking on it, then when I click on this, it's like magic. So this is one way to do it. The other way is to make this as a utility. So how do you make this as a utility? Basically, you need to put it on this bar. So how to do this? We go to File, we do More, Options, then under Options, you have Quick Access Toolbar, and then you can select Macros here, and as you can see, you get your macro. So you click on it, then you have it here, and then you say Modify. We can use an icon for this. For example, I'm going to use this and say OK. For those like me who are wondering where is this utility, basically what you do is you go here next to this floppy disk, you right click and you say show quick access toolbar. So you have to enable this, and as you can see, you get this here. So if I hide now some sheets and I click on it, I have it. Even if I have a new workbook. So if I have a new workbook like this one, and by the way, I press Ctrl N to get this new workbook, this utility comes with it. So again, if I select a couple of sheets and I want to hide them like this, then I click on the utility, I can unhide them. And you can modify this macro if you want to unhide or hide specific sheets. So it could be useful. You can have it, for example, dynamic. So you select which sheets you want to unhide